Hello everybody, it's me, Ken Faulkner. I'm back with another quick knife video, but it's more like going to Blade Show. Look for me there. This is what I look like. And I wanted to, the way that last video ended, it was kind of like not what I was hoping for, but now it is. Oh my gosh. This thing is so sweet now. What apparently that little stop pin that's back here, this guy right there, it's got like a tight fit in the hole. Now I had it in the hole, but it wasn't quite squeezed down. So I think there's like a press fit, and I did get like a microfiber cloth around it, and then I got some pliers and kind of pinched it in a little bit, tightened down the pivot, backed it off, and man, this thing is just there's no lock stick anymore, none at all. I mean, you were actually physically hearing it, and it was actually getting stuck. But that's because it was not all the way up against the bearings. There was like a gap in there. I didn't really feel it at first, but then when I would take the pressure off the lock bar here, then when it's swinging like that, I could feel it rattling around, and that's how I knew that it wasn't quite closed as much as it should be. So anyway, now, oh my gosh, so the action's better. I don't know if it's because of the cleaning and the oiling or what it was. Now, some of the lock stick, I think it was because the knife wasn't sitting quite right, so that it wasn't hitting. The lock bar hits the lock face on the back of the blade, and it wasn't hitting where it's supposed to. And it's all precision machined so that all that stuff matches up. And if it doesn't, it's not going to work correctly. But now it's centered. Really nice. Really just like right on the money. And the action's better than it's been since I got it. I mean, I was saying it was getting better, but now it's like all those complaints, which weren't complaints, it was just like little things I noticed after carrying it for a while. But man, it's just all gone. Uh, the the fact that it felt kind of small, even though it did fit in the hand, my fingers are all on there and everything like that. Something about that backspacer, there with the two standoffs, there's like a little gap in there. For some reason, just having that backspacer in there, and it matches the titanium really well on the scales. It has that rock pattern that's so nice. It feels better in the hand. I didn't expect that. I was hoping for it to feel a little more solid, because I was getting like a little bit of a rattle sort of thing. There might be a tiny little bit, like the clip is such, it's not loose or anything, but maybe a little bit when you tap it, but I don't feel it that's the main thing. I don't feel it when I'm opening, closing. Everything feels solid, and now it feels better in the hand, so it doesn't feel like, I don't feel that. Maybe it's just my imagination. Who knows? I was running through a couple things. Blade Show. We're leaving tomorrow. Uh, this stuff I'm bringing because I got to fly, and I got to pack stuff in a check bag, and I have like lost the bag on the way back from a show one time. Or no, I'll take that back. It wasn't a show, just this trip that I was on. But I had some knives with me. I always take knives with me in my bag, so I had to come back. But I got him, the next day. And but the thing is that I don't like to travel with knives that are going to be hard to replace, or expensive knives, or cherished knives. Things that are hard to get. So I just kind of picked some stuff. I've talked about this guy here, the 0562. This one is one that I've had at every single show that I've been to, and I'm just going to continue doing that and try to make that like a thing, because I really like this knife. I mean, it's not one of those ones that are like, oh my gosh, you got a 0562 tie, but it is a cool and very solid knife and well designed. I mean, it's flipper only. That's probably the one downside, and the fact that it's got these things that look like thumb studs, but you can't use them. I always talk about that because it's just so, but it's beautiful. The grind on that thing, look at the grind. That slicer grind is very, very, very nice. I like that a lot. So I love carrying this one at shows, and I'll carry it, on and off throughout the year for sure. But shows, I want to have a fixie, so I got This is the Kaiser, what is it called? I think it, now when you see me at the show, I'm going to look like this, or I'm going to look like this. If I'm looking at knives up close, I got to have some glasses on. So this is the Muskrat. I don't know why I always forget that. Feels really good in the hand. I got this came from Unprofessional Dad's giveaway, and I think Kelly made this. I don't know if it's Kelly. I think it was Kelly. But yeah, throw that on there. Gives you a little extra something. I like to have them on the little fixed blades. So I'll be rocking that guy at least the first day. You know, once I buy on the first day, then I'll just start rotating in new stuff, because I haven't had new stuff in a long time, except for that one win. I got this guy here, which is from Orion. It's the Aries. And I love this one, and you know the problem is that I get in a knife that I really like, but then I got so many knives, and I end up rotating in things, and I haven't carried this one enough. So I definitely want to carry this on the first day. It's got that pivot lock, very much like the Truffles knife. It's got that push button on the pivot, and if you see in there, looking in there, you see that there's a, on the bottom, there's like a little liner, and when you push this button from this side, it moves it out of the way. It's magic. You're pushing the button this way, and the liner goes this way. How does that happen? I don't know. It's magic. I got to take one of these apart someday. But you know how that is. I'm not doing it on camera. Man, I have such a hard time. Now, I have to admit that I'm known to fumble and stuff. And even when I was done with this knife and I got all the action right, I'm looking at it, I'm going, there's a screw missing. One of the ones for the backspacer. There's 4 of them, you know, 2 on each side. One was missing, so I had to go down the flashlight, and I'm looking all over the floor, found it, it's in there. We're 100%. But that's how it is when I'm working on knives. It's just, you know, it's not that I try to be careful. Part of it is I'm like on this coffee table, and eventually I'm going to move in, get a desk, higher level, so it'll be closer to me, nice chair. But I got this gap here, and it just, you know, that's the way it goes. So I got a little organizer from Olight here. Got a pry bar. You got to have all your gear, right? I got a little slip joint there. This old Barlow is very cool. Oh no, this is the electrician's knife, but it's like an old timey. I like that knife. Anyway. And I got a flashlight. I think it's a Wubin. Yeah, it's a Wubin. Yep, it's working. Got that flashlight. So I got all that stuff in here, and I'll have that in my pocket. Probably all 4 days, just to have some gear with me. Got a bunch of Band-Aids, just in case. I got a slip joint here with the Tuya case that came with the Wolf. And then I got, this one is the Sow. What is this? The Stinky Creek. The Stinky Creek, love that name, from Rosecraft. I'll probably be picking up another Rosecraft slip joint. I usually pick up on almost every show. At least I got to go and talk to Andy and his wife, because they're just wonderful people. So that's it. I mean, I'm not taking this guy, because I do not, especially now that I got it dialed in. It just, the deployment, it does not fail now. I mean, it's not like, it's not gonna, it's just nice. So I'm super happy. But I'm not taking this on an airplane in a check bag. If I could put it in my pocket on a plane, you know, if anybody from TSA is listening, I recommend that you allow us to have pocket knives on a plane. I promise not to take over the plane. I promise. I don't know. I don't get it. Anyhow, yeah, I'm tired. I didn't sleep well last night because I was excited. You know, I go to sleep early, and then sometimes I'll wake up in the middle of the night and can't sleep. I got to bring this big old case here. It's got like 14 spots in it. I got this from Stella. She sent this along. It's a Vosteed case. And so I figured that's a good one. Lots of empty spots. I may end up filling them all up. I have no idea. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. I can't tell you what I'm going to come home with. I know I'm going to come home with something, but I can't tell you what I will or will not come home with. We'll see. So that's it, guys. I'm tired. Don't I look tired? I'm tired. And I might be tired the whole week because, you know, walking around all day for like whatever, 8 hours, whatever it is. It's a long day. It's not 80 hours, but walking, standing, oh, all day long. Got to take some breaks. Yeah. So I'm excited to meet people. I'm excited to be at the show. I'm excited to bring stuff back and do some videos. We will be back to the looking down view, but every once in a while I'll pop up on my face. So if you see me at the show, let me know. I'll see you on the next one.